Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is yet another video in my series on Fallout 76. In this case, we're going to be doing a side quest, and this side quest is actually going to be a miscellaneous one of Explore the Hornwright Industrial HQ. Before we do that, though, I just noticed that my cores are very low for this power armor suit. I actually have none, except for what I'm currently using, and that's only at about 30% charged. So, we're going to go to a few sites that I know of for power armor cores, and it'll just be a good thing for you to see if you don't actually know where these all are as well. So, let's head up to the very first one, Morgantown Train Yard. Alright, so here we are at the Morgantown Train Yard. Let's see if the power armor suit is spawned here or not. And that's the thing. I'm going to show you the sites that I go to get power armor fusion cores. Not necessarily will there always be one there. Oh, should have reloaded. Oh, and this is not really the right gun for that either. Okay, I should really get out of third person because apparently what I'm seeing is not accurate. There we go. Much better. Okay. Now, of course, the surefire way to get fusion cores is to get a workshop that makes fusion cores, like power plants, and get the power plant reactivated, claim the workshop, and just keep gathering fusion cores. But here we go. Yep, they spawn sometimes, and here we go. We got, well, it's not fully charged, but it's got 20 to 30%, something like that, so that's good. Let's go to the next site. In this case, right over here near Motherlode's. Oh. Should have realized that. Well, let's get a little bit further away. I shouldn't really be sprinting with this few fusion cores because it does actually take more energy when you sprint. There are perk cards you can get to reduce the amount of energy that it takes, and plus we're close enough anyway, we can just walk there. So yeah, there are actually two right over here in this area. Possibly more, but these two are ones that I've visited multiple times, so. Alright, so the first one is right over here at this little warehouse. The only issue with this warehouse is it's heavily booby-trapped. So, just something to watch out for. Of course, though, if the booby-traps are... oh, man. Hey, it's not... never mind, I thought it was not broadcasting. Traps, though.
As a responder, the food processing machines at Motherlode have finally cooled down and work again.
Jeez.
Using the ingredient containers spread around the factory. The machines make a hell of a racket, so you'll probably get some unwanted guests.
Alright, well, no suit here, but there's another one within Motherlode's. Or rather the Fujinia intelligence base beneath it. So we'll head right on over there. Again, I don't know why I'm sprinting. I mean, I'm guessing I'm doing it so you don't have to watch me go from place to place, but I can always edit that out after the fact, so that's just stupid on my part. Alright, here we go. Alright, that was odd. Here we go, and you do have to have a ID card to get in here, but it's not hard to get if you don't have it. And... okay. The card reader's missing. I think I'm dealing with some issues here, so I'm going to actually restart, and we'll come right back on in. Alright. Well... not really sure what was going on there, but at least everything seems to be working now. Okay, and here we go. I always end up turning off the turrets when I come in here. Well, looks like someone's already killed them, so we don't have to worry about that. By the way, I am still working on a project to catalog all the pre-war evidence I can find of what it is that happened in the world, but for the moment I can tell you at the very least that I do know that it's actually the Enclave that we have to blame for these Chinese robots being all over the place. They are Chinese in origin, but yes, the Enclave is the reason that they're around right now. Jeez. Okay. Wait, there's aluminum scrap. Always take aluminum every time. It's used in, Jeez Louise, weapon repair. Okay, I need to actually fix some grenades to the alt button. Okay. That was ridiculous. And I can still hear more of them. Okay. So, let's see, is this? No, this is not the right room. And hopefully there actually is a fusion core here, and this was not just a waste of time killing all these damn robots. Oh, food. Right when I heard my stomach rumble. Where is that? There it is. There's two of them. Whatever. Okay, yeah, out here. That's right. Okay. So we may as well check and see if there is a fusion core or a power armor suit, and there is. So we can go over here and first kill these little bastards. Okay. Anybody else? Other guy, you want to come out here and have some fun or no? Okay. Alright. Now that those guys are dealt with, we can hack this thing in peace. Alright, security door control. Open the door. Alright, and we head right on over in. And there's actually a good amount of other stuff here too, so... Yeah, and that's the thing, when you go to these places, you're gonna get used fusion cores, so they're not gonna be a full charge that you get. So really, the best way to get those is to do the stuff with the power plant. Okay, let's see. I'm overburdened, but there are crafting stations here where I can scrap some stuff. So there's a there it is. There are a couple of chemistry stations here. So let's break down some crap. And that should do it. Okay. Nice thing about Fallout 76, you can fast travel from inside buildings. So, again, there was the site right here at in the Fujiniya site. There's the site right outside. Then there's the Morgantown train yard. And then the other two sites that I go check out. Is it two sites? Well, one of the sites I know for sure is right up here at the west end of the Green River the New River Gorge Bridge, the west side. But I haven't been there with this character yet, so I can't do that. But well, anyway, we can go down to the Hornwright Industrial headquarters, right down here in Charleston. Alright, here we are in Charleston. I just noticed again that my food is low, so we may need to take care of that real quick. Just, 6 cans of dog food, and I'm still feeling a bit peckish. Ah, the wonders of the survival system. Okay, gonna head right on into the Hornwright Industrial building. Alright, and so this is actually a very interesting place. You can learn a lot about the pre-war world in here. This is actually only just a little bit about what I've learned about Hornwright Industrial is what we learned in here. And again, at some point in the future, and I know I keep teasing this, and I need to actually produce something at some point with it, but I have been putting together, I'm thirsty now, a full series of documentation where I'm copying down everything that I'm reading, hearing, seeing, everything like that, so... don't know what just happened there, but, alright. Seriously, I have no idea what just happened. Okay. let's see. Okay, so... Don't you just hate it when you forget your fragmentation mine in your desk at the end of the day? Anyway, okay, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's see. Okay. Just seeing if there's anything else to find before we get onto this computer. Reception terminal. Yvette Weissman. Admin. Okay, so company memo from October. Well, let's go with the oldest one. Well, actually, if there's archived messages. Yeah. We'll go with the oldest one here. September 27th, 2077. It's a tough decision, Annie. I need to think it over more before I decide. Yvette. And this is in response to a letter from Annette Boxton. It's up to you, darling. You can either come with me, or you can keep chipping away at your soul in exchange for a couple pieces of silver every week. All I know is that the miners the Hornwrights kicked to the curb with those robotic scabs had families, and I won't be a part of making them starve. Annie. Next oldest from September 29th, 2077. Miss Hornwright, that reporter was here again this morning asking about the Motherlode. Mentioned something about toxic dump sites. I told him I had no idea what he was talking about, like you told me, but I got the sense he didn't buy it. Is there something else I should have said? And not to bother you too much, but I haven't heard a peep from HR about taking over Annie's position. You haven't heard anything, have you, Penny? Yvette. From October 5th. Hi, Miss Hornwright. I just wanted to check in. I saw your car outside, so I presume everything was alright for you and your dad down in Bromwell. I heard the rioters brought down one of those high-rise mansions. I was terrified it might have been yours. They had some of those foul-mouthed Mr. Guthrie things patrolling our block in Charleston yesterday and today, but when I came outside today, they were whining about not getting to see any action, so I'm guessing the rioters kept to the south. And is there really still fighting going on at the dig site in Mount Blair and down in Welch? Seems like the crazy is spreading like wildfire. Yvette. Oh, that was... I guess that one was actually slightly newer than these company memos. Company memo from October 1st of 2077. Dear Hornwright Industrial employees, effective immediately, access to our R&D and executive offices will require a keycard. If you need to access those areas, please speak to your managing senior executive. As well, from this point forward, all employees will be required to sign non-disclosure agreements. Any members of the organization speaking to the press or any outside parties about proprietary information will be disciplined. We run a tight ship here. Any leaks and we all sink together. Jacob Hanover, Human Resources Director. And from October 3rd, 2077. Attention all employees. Due to safety concerns related to the recent unrest centered around the town of Welch, our offices will be closed tomorrow. Employees will be expected on site at the start of business Tuesday, October 5th. Jacob Hanover, Human Resources Director. Disclaimer. Hornwright Industrial will not be held liable for any injuries you may sustain while attempting to access the office. So those protests seem to have been getting pretty bad. Now that quest that popped up for a fraction of a second there for some reason comes from us actually finishing the investigate, and it opens up the new side quest, the Motherlode. So we gotta search Penny's office for info about the Motherlode. But first, let's continue searching the ground floor here and the second floor. Actually, you know, I don't know which one was the ground floor because the outside is so full of rubble. This is probably the second floor, but then that would mean we came in from a balcony or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, all right. Company archives. Let's see. Looks like some folks died here. Computers are mostly burned out, except for these ones that are sparking. Let's check these out in just a second. So it looks like the Scorched managed to get in here, and the Super Mutants have also been having some fun. Storing some food here. I don't really know if they count that as fun, but anyway. Okay, and let's check these out. Archival terminal. Warning, file corruption detected. Operation database. Error, database corrupted. Restore backups. Human resources database. Error. Invalid credentials. Human resources password required. Marketing database. Warning, file corruption detected. Wait, nothing. Okay, so that just goes right back to the beginning. Okay. Alright, well, let's just check this one just to be sure they're the same. Yeah, okay. And let's head on out. Next up, let's check this bag here. Nothing. More gunpowder. Not that I ever have enough lead to make an accurate adequate supply of ammunition. Oh, and again, I'm thirsty. Let's see. Purified water? Do we have any? No. About boiled water? No. Great. Well, I probably have some Nuka-Cola or something. And if all fails, I have dirty water, even though I would rather not drink that. Okay, let's head up the stairs. Man. This is a little crazy, isn't it? The super mutants impaled on this stuff? I figured the super mutants were the only ones that did the impaling. I don't think the scorched really do anything like that, so unless that guy fell, but there's no way that's... Just, I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand some of the decoration choices. Okay. And that's Technology Support Department. Ammo! Excellent. Okay. Salt, pepper, and sugar. I think those are actually pretty useful now, so... let's see, what else? Ah, we got a terminal from Jeffrey Vocaro. And we also have a note here. Senior Executive Exam Answer Key. I will not actually pick that up just yet, or I'll pick it up and we won't look at it. How about that? There we go. Okay, because, yeah, that one's a fun little thing here. Adjustable wrench for gear, more adhesive. Okay. Let's check out Jeffrey Vocaro's computer. Alright. Current user, Jeffrey Vocaro, tech support. And it looks like we got an extra archived message here. They got the same memos on the front page. October 12th of 2077. Senior Executive Exam has been updated. Sorry for the delay. To Jeffrey Vocaro. Jeffrey, our opinions don't really matter here. This is what Mr. Hornwright says he wants. So this is what we implement. You don't like the content of the exam, you're welcome to take it up with Hornwright. Attached, Senior Executive Exam Answer Key. Okay. And you'll see what they meant by that. Why it is that Jeffrey might have had some issues with this when we go take that exam. Alright, let's see. More duct tape. Anything else of consequence here? We can scrap some stuff. Radix. Copper in that beaker stand. Yeah, let's take it. I used to be much bigger on copper back in Fallout 4. Not quite as useful these days, given you don't have a network of settlements to keep. Alright. Looks like an R&D lab here. Not bad. Excellent. Okay. If I find a weapons repair station around here somewhere, I'm gonna definitely take advantage of that. Okay. Nothing else in this little room. On to the next room. Candidate testing. Alright, so we have a little AI station here, and we got a dispenser here, and, well, actually, I guess in this case it's a receptacle, and then these computers that we can take the tests on. But let's try talking to the Hornwright hiring system.
Invalid employee. Password required.
And I just realized I'm about to die of dehydration. Well, not really die, but alright. Interesting that that's a challenge. Okay. Hiring system. Love the blood splash on the screen here, the dried blood. Senior Executive Hiring Exam. Invalid credentials. Oh, that's right, you have to go to HR first. That's, I think this door goes directly to HR. Yes. Human Resources Department. Alright, so we got a filing status thing. We got an ID card printer. Oop, what was all that? Don't really need any of that stuff. We got a senior executive exam updates. Play that.
Hanover, this is Daniel Hornwright. I presume you've seen to it that the Technology Support Group has updated the senior executive exam with my clarified answers. I'm growing weary of the spineless executives you've been sending me. You find me some candidates with the wherewithal to survive here, or else I'll find someone who will.
Okay, so that was the owner of Hornwright Industrial, Daniel. Filing status. Mr. Hanover, I got almost all of HR's files added to the archival systems downstairs, but with the stuff they're saying on the radio, I don't think I can stay any longer. I'm sorry for leaving early, and I hope it won't affect my review, but I need to make sure my mom and dad are alright. Sorry, Mr. Hanover. Greg. Okay. So, we got another entrance to the stairwell. We got a Scorch that looks like it was trying to get on the elevator before it petrified. And we're back over around to this lab again. So, let's take the stairwell up. More meat bags. I've had a thought about these meat bags, as a side note, and I believe I understand why it is that the super mutants are cannibals. And that is, if you look at a super mutant and you realize that it's almost entirely muscle, they have to have an extremely high metabolism. And the fact that their body effectively is constantly building and rebuilding that muscle means that they have to be consuming a constant supply of concentrated calories. And you're just not going to get that from eating plant matter. So, where do they get it? Animals and people. And that's why they're cannibals, if you consider them to still be humans, which I do. They're just mutated humans. I like these buttons that you'll find in these places in Fallout 76 that open up the shutters. But yeah, so because they are as big as they are and they need as many calories as they need, they go to the best source, which is the deer and things like that, but also people, which are the most readily available, easy to catch food source, which sometimes comes directly to them trying to kill them. Let's see, was this, yeah, we are down here. That's the lab over there. Okay, I just wanted to check out this little back area, and we'll also check out this area back here. Which goes up. And we got some 38 rounds. Doesn't look like we'd be able to get in here any other way, so that's nice. And we got another office here with a safe. Oh, Hornwright HQ exec R. Vargas' safe, which requires a key. Let's see if R. Vargas kept the key in his desk, and he did. Got some 10mm rounds, submachine gun. These things I'm generally not a big fan of those. And then the took that gold lighter as well. Yeah, it just closes the shades. Which, if you're needing to hide from any enemies that might be wandering around outside the offices, those things are great. I used those in the Robco facility over in the mire just about a week ago. Penelope Hornwright, Senior Operations Executive. This is the daughter of Daniel Hornwright, the founder. Or I don't know if he's the founder, but he was the current CEO as of the Apocalypse. And a big proponent of this whole automation initiative. Okay, let's see. We've got more stuff, and we can break all this stuff down. And weapons, do we have any? Well, yeah, and I only have 177 rounds, and the thing just eats through those things like candy. So, as soon as I find a oh wow, that shotgun is level 5. Let me take a look at the weapon levels here. 15, I mean, not great, but it's also not awful. This character's level 22. Looking forward to when I can use that. Level 5, wow, that's awful. 5, wow. And 5. Okay, we really need to make some new weapons when the time becomes available. Okay. Terminal for Penelope Hornwright. Current user, Penelope Hornwright, Senior Ops Exec. Archived messages. We've got 6 of them. We'll go with the oldest here, which is from September 30th of 2077. Yvette, you did exactly right with your reporter. Until my father says otherwise, company line is, none of us know anything about the Motherlode project, which is closer to the truth than I like. But do me a favor, pop into R&D and tell him what the reporter told you. He should know what people are saying out there about his project. You're going to need my ID though, as Dad's gone and restricted the top floor to senior executives only, keeping all this juicy stuff just for us. You're up there enough. You should probably pop into HR once you're done, get your ID updated. As for your application, I'm sure it just got lost in the move to the automated hiring system. The current HR password is BBB Defenestrate V7. That's throw someone out a window, by the way, defenestration. Go submit your resume, and I'll be sure it gets moved to the top of the pile for Annie's job. Penny. From October 2nd, the first of 2 from October 2nd, it looks like. Gregory. Come by my office as soon as you get in. It sounds like the shaking last night. It revealed some kind of vein down in Welch. We need to see if we can't get our hands on mineralites before anyone else does. Penny. Second email from October 2nd. I'm sorry, Dad. Gregory and I tried to get down to Welch as fast as we could, but AMS was already on site by the time we got there. Sounds like it's residuals from the old blast tests in the area, peeking up under people's homes. Knowing how AMS works, I'm sure they'll make a mess of recovery. So if you manage to pull yourself away from the project long enough to read this, at least you'll know we tried. October 3rd. Dad, if you're reading these at all anymore, I really need your help right now. I don't know what the hell AMS did in Welch over this new claim, but they screwed up bad. The town is in open revolt from what I'm hearing. It's turning into a full riot. They're trashing anything with a mining company name on it. The governor's already started mobilizing the National Guard, and I've put out to get some independent contractors over to Mount Blair and a couple of your experimentation sites. I know you're hurting over Mom, but I think everyone would really appreciate hearing from you, so please, help me out here. October 4th. Gregory, I spoke to various site managers last night. We still haven't been able to regain access to the Rockhound yet, but they've left all the others. Initial estimates for the damage are in the tens of millions, and there's still some rioters preventing us from being able to get back onto the digger. I need all the execs in the conference room today. If we get stuck with this bill, that's it. Show's over. These riots are on AMS. We just need to make sure the judge agrees. October 12th. Gregory, National Guard finally cleared out the last of the rebels off the Rockhound. The damage was so much less bad than we expected, in no small part because it seems those idiots couldn't sort out how the ignition reactors worked. The little blessings of proprietary technology. I want the crews working in 24-hour shifts until that site's fully operational again. Every day it's down, we're hemorrhaging money. From Penny. Okay. So it seems that after Penny's mother died, Daniel Hornwright's wife, she kind of took up the day-to-day operations of the company if she didn't already do that before, while her father retreated into the R&D labs to work on Project Motherlode. So let's see, I think, yeah, Brady came through here. At least I feel like that's the case. Okay, and we got, looks like one more floor to go up. Let's check out these meat bags. Nothing in there. Of course, I think we already checked that one on the way up the stairs. Anything in that display? No. No. Femur, but I don't really need a femur. This goes outside, yeah. There's a little bit of a rooftop area, but there's no lore in that area, so we're going to stay out of it. Alright, it looks like the rest of the top floor is empty, so we're going to head back down to the first. Or get stuck on this glass and have to go down some stairs. Unless there's a broken panel here. Nope, it's all still functional. Well, not functional, but in place. And that is some strong glass if you can land on it in a power armor suit and not go crashing through it. Okay. Oh, we need to actually go by the HR department. I don't know why I forgot that. I was just going to go straight for that elevator down there. But no, we actually have to update the... well, first of all, we have to become an employee. And we have to get an ID that allows us to access the upper floors. So, into human resources. And I think we actually... do we print an ID card? No.
Error. ID printing functionality available only to Hornwright Industrial Senior Executives.
Okay, let's see about this. Hiring system. Senior Executive Hiring Exam. Welcome, prospective applicants, to the opportunity of a lifetime. The exam before you will show us whether or not you've got the chops to join the elite group known as Hornwright Industrial Senior Executives. Achieve a perfect score, and our automated hiring system will issue you an offer on the spot. So, are you ready to take an exam that will change your life? Begin exam. Question 1 of 5. An accident has occurred at one of the company's automated mines, resulting in the death of multiple mine bosses. What's your response? A. Release a statement promising compensation to the families. B. Blame the incident on agitators in the local unions. C. Launch a company-wide worker safety program. Well, given that this is the Fallout universe, blame the incident on agitators in local unions. Question 2. You've come into possession of damning proprietary information on one of our competitors. What do you do with it? A. Destroy it. We can beat them fairly in the marketplace. B. Blackmail them into providing more information. Or C. Send it to the media, using the fallout to short their stock. Now this one is a little bit more tricky. And I think I'm going to go with blackmail here. Question 3. A local politician has come to you requesting a sizable campaign donation in return for preferential legislation. How do you respond? A. Dig up dirt on the politician to lower their price. B. Politely refuse, citing the politician's disrespect for democracy. Or C. Reveal the request to the public, exposing the politician's corruption. And the answer here is obvious. A. Question 4. You've received threats from a group upset with our automation policy. What do? A. Give the evidence to the police, allowing them to deal with it. B. Offer them lucrative jobs to get them to reveal their identities. Or C. Request a 24-hour security detail to protect yourself. This one again is also a little bit tricky, but we're going to go with lucrative jobs to get them to reveal their identities. And question 5. You've been offered a higher pay and position at a local regional competitor. What do? A. Turn over the details to Hornwright's top-notch corporate intelligence team. B. Take the position despite the company's almost certain inferiority. Or C. Leverage the offer into a higher-paying position here. And the obvious answer is A. Turn over the details to Hornwright's top-notch corporate intelligence team. And we're going to process these answers. Exam complete. Results processed. View results. Congrats!
Data complete. It looks like you got what it takes to be our next senior executive. Please proceed to the Human Resources Office to collect your official Hornwright Executive ID.
Okay, and we're going to head right on over to the HR office. Now, after drinking 3 Nuka-Colas, I'm already thirsty again. So, let's see, what else we got? More Nuka-Cola. There we go. Printing an ID card.
Executive detected. ID card issued.
Alright. Now, as far as I know, we were already on Motherlode, so I'm not sure why it is that it's just now popping up again, but anyway. Heading down to the first floor. Let's go to the... Actually, this is probably the second floor. We're going to go to the ground floor. And get on in the elevator. And ride it all the way to the top. Alright. Now here is where we are, where the Hornwright Industrial executives could look down upon their subordinates on the floors below. Okay. So we got this nice laser grate here that we can get through because we have the senior ID. But let's check out anything else here on this floor before we head on in there. And yeah, we could have taken the elevator up. Or could we have? No, we couldn't have. So it's kind of odd that they block you. I guess maybe if you had a ID card of any kind, you could use the elevator, but only if you had the senior level ID card could you actually pass through the laser grate. So, okay. So we will go over here first because this is actually the first door we came by. So we'll just go through here. Okay, and this is actually Daniel Hornwright's office, and you can see he does have a laser grate here that you can't get through. So let's grab his desk fan. Ignore his golf clubs because I don't really want them. And we can take a look at, well, first of all, he's got Hornwright Estate Access Card, which you can use to get into their big raised estate down here in Bromwell. Let's see if there's anything else to take a look at, other than the computer, I mean. And this note. So, Sam Blackwell, no on Measure 6. From the Charleston Herald, Sam Blackwell, no on Measure 6, by Quinn Carter. The people of the Appalachian Territories cannot sit idly by while their livelihoods are ripped away by metallic hands. These were the words of Senator Sam Blackwell, coming out in a Herald interview as the authoritative voice against the controversial ballot Measure 6. Measure 6, still to be voted on in this upcoming November, would issue a $2.6 billion bond to begin the process of replacing all human workers in the Appalachian government with automated systems with the goal of complete automation by 2087. Among many in the region, however, it's come to be seen as a proxy war between local workers and the conglomerates such as Hornwright Industrial and Atomic Mining Services, driving the shift away from traditional labor. In our interview, Senator Blackwell spoke frankly about the effect he believed the ballot measure 6 will have on the citizens of Appalachia, a slow-moving disaster. It is our role as members of the government to advocate for our constituents. What do the people of Appalachia get from ballot measure 6 other than pink slips and empty bellies? When asked for comment, Daniel Hornwright, CEO of Hornwright Industrial, a major proponent of the measure, stated, Senator Blackwell's professed interest in the welfare of Appalachia went out the window when he decided to start associating with separatists like the Free Staters. We have no additional comment. There we go. Now, CEO's terminal. Current user, Daniel Hornwright, CEO. Priority appointment? None. We have many personal entries and archived messages. So let's go through the archived messages first. We got 2 Governor Evans and 2 blank 2s. To Governor Evans. Governor Evans, I'm thrilled to hear that ballot measure 6 will be taken up for referendum this November. Increasing the efficacy of Appalachian government through automation will establish our territory as a national player for decades to come. We at Hornwright Industrial want to be a part of that. As you know, we have established ourselves as the experts in creating cost-effective automated systems. Our product line is constantly expanding and adapting, meaning we can develop custom-tailored solutions for your needs. There is no better partner for the automation of the Appalachian Territory government than Hornwright. Not to mention dealing with a local concern rather than a national and personal conglomerate like Robco will certainly help the pill go down easier with the local populace. Why don't you and the missus meet us for dinner tonight to discuss? My wife Elaine has been dying to get to know the first wife more personally. 2. It's Daniel. I have a problem I need taken care of. Senator Sam Blackwell. I need his voice quieted until the vote on ballot measure 6 is completed. I want you to scare him for us. No one's to be hurt. Just give him enough reason to disappear for a while. And, while I'm sure this goes without saying, make sure this can't be traced back to us. And another 2. Impressive work, friend. Your fee for the Blackwell job has been transferred to your account, plus a little bonus. I don't know what you said to him, but the fact that he's grasping at sinister government forces and not us means you said the right thing. And back to the personal messages. Personal entry number 1. Vault-Tec has a saying, prepare for the future. I couldn't agree more. It's been a mantra I've been following ever since I took the reins at Hornwright. My father always thought the future of our company depended entirely upon its workforce. Your products are only as good as the people who build them, he'd say. My father had amazing foresight, but what he didn't have was the technology to make that workforce strong and reliable. That's why I'm going full throttle on every automated worker program we have. No more sick days, no more vacations, no more maternity leaves and sudden deaths in the family. We reduce the number of people we need to run this company, yet maintain the same output and quality control. The auto miner program is just the beginning. My ultimate goal is to fully automate Hornwright before 2100. If we can attain that achievement, we will no doubt be the strongest and wealthiest company this world's ever seen. Personal entry 2. Having dispensed with the day-to-day lugs that once populated our minds, I've initiated a series of pilot projects to see what other molecules of the human element we might banish from the mining process. The most promising comes, however, was dropped onto our lap by a friend of a friend with connections to the Department of Defense. Seems they've been working on a vertibird, a vertical takeoff craft which it seems can be outfitted for long-distance flight, air-to-ground combat, or reconnaissance. Our technicians believe they might be able to strap an autominer brain and mineral detection system in one and speed up the pace of mineral surveying by a factor of 20. Promising indeed. Personal entry number 3. Hornwright was approached by the Clear Skies Alliance a while ago, a proposal to co-own a project that would utilize scrubbers to remove harmful particulates from the air and improve what they call an unhealthy living and working atmosphere in our region of Appalachia. My initial thought was to tell them that unless I would charge people for the clean air we generate, why would I waste precious resources on such a ridiculous venture? The PR would generate would be decent, but we're talking development costs in the millions here. But then one of my R&D gurus took a good look at the plans and said that the scrubbers could be repurposed. Instead of scrubbing the air, the tech could be used to ionize particles and convert them into usable minerals. Perhaps even aerosolize minerals from the mines and collect them automatically. Marketing even came up with a snappy name, Ash Forges. Perfect! We'll have to keep this quiet, though. If the Clear Skies Alliance finds out about this, they're likely to try and slap an injunction on Hornwright to get their plans back. Personal entry 4. Shafta Lane was completely overrun by protesters today, carrying signs like cudgels, fighting their way onto the site to express their right to assemble by trespassing on my land and shutting down my business. But this time was different. This time, the men who I gave cudgels to drive off the rabble put them down and walked off the job, joining the protest. At least the protesters are loyal to something. Penny was forced to scramble to bring in independent contractors to restore order. I know she loathes such work, but I felt it was important she do it. She needs to be toughened up if she's ever going to take this position for herself. But lesson learned. I'd like to avoid putting her through anything like that again. Our work with Robco has already yielded plenty of fruit for the auto miners. I wonder if they'd be interested in another venture. Something to prevent little Penny from having to hire more strikebreakers. Personal entry number 5. As I sit at my terminal, I'm at a loss for words. How do I say goodbye to someone I've loved for so long? It's been only 2 days since my wife's death, and it still doesn't seem real. All that money spent, all those doctors, it was all for nothing. I couldn't save Evelyn, and now the one thing I couldn't afford to lose is gone forever. I mean, just think about it. Knowing someone for years and years, and suddenly in an instant, the realization that you'll never hear their voice again. Never see them smile again. Never feel their embrace again. My daughter Penny says she's okay, that she's made peace with the matter. But inside, I suspect that it's taking its toll. I wish I could get her to admit her true feelings to me. But her will is just too strong. I can't let this beat me. I must push forward. I have to complete the Motherlode project. If not for myself and for my sanity, I'll do it for Evelyn. I'll prove to her that her death wasn't the end of me, it was just the beginning. Entry number 6. Security tells me a stupid reporter named Bill Breyer hopped the fence to get a closer look at Project Motherlode. Idiot blundered in with his recorder in his hand, holding it like a weapon. What the hell else were my men supposed to do? At least it was a clean shot and they took him down before he could draw too much attention. Hansen in the PR department says we should make a public statement to set the record straight, but I fired the moron on the spot. I'm not sure how we'll spin this, but I've sent a company directive to all managers that this incident is to only be referred to as an accident. I'll have to give it some thought. But I'm betting we can turn this to our advantage. In retrospect, I'm almost glad this happened. Now no one else will be dumb enough to try to hop our fences to get a look at our projects, and perhaps there's an opportunity here. Robotic security would have been so careless. Entry number 7. I can't believe my staff is distracted by the miners rioting. I don't know what they're worried about. Our headquarters is well protected here in Charleston, and I can always write off the Rockhound as a loss. This is merely an annoyance, and proof that we'll need to be fully automated sooner rather than later. The Motherlode systems are performing at peak capacity and have completely exceeded our initial expectations. Soon I'll only need a staff of under 20 to keep it in operation. Then those rioting miners can demand all they like since they'll no longer be employed at this company. Now who's laughing? And that gives you extreme levels of insight into the mind of Daniel Hornwright. And it also gives you some information on the creation of things like automated strike breakers that you see in places like Beckley. Let's head on over here into this R&D lab, where we can see an auto miner, some AI terminals, and let's get some right-of-way out of there. We got dispensers here. Got a coffee machine, where apparently they needed pepper and salt. Alright, so we got a research terminal there. Let's see what else there is. Okay, no fusion core. That's too bad. Let's check out these auto miners. No, doesn't seem we can loot anything off the standing ones, at least. Let's see about this one that's lying on its back. Nope, but there's lead ore there. We'll take that. Wonder glue, military circuit board. The Robco facility over in the mire. I'm just going to point it out on the map. This has to be the absolute best source of military circuit boards I've ever seen. Okay, and then external connection system. Let's check what this says when we click on it.
User detected. Connecting.
User connection detected. Motherlode 003 reporting. User System 003 requests assistance. Fuel levels critical. Hull critical. This Motherlode requires repair beacon. User recover. Repair beacon. User recover. Repair beacon.
Alright, so we need to find the repair beacon. Something I forgot to mention, though, when we were checking out Daniel Hornwright's terminal. He talks about the shooting death of a reporter. I actually think I've found the audio of that shooting taking place in my investigation of the game and the history of the world. Along with that, I feel like there was something else that he said there. Well, if there was, I can't think of it now, so let's click on the research terminal. Current user, Jose Brigada, Doctor, terminated. Next user, next appointment, user terminated. Research notation. So we have 5 options here. AMS hire, the curious Miss Jackson. Direct oversight, power struggles for Miss Jackson. So we'll start off with AMS hire. Hornwright introduced us our latest team member, a poach from AMS's Electronic Intelligence Division. The future of mining as we know it, were Hornwright's exact words when introducing the young woman. The child has 1 PhD from a state school. Let's not leap to conclusions, Daniel. But extra hands are extra hands, I suppose. Perhaps this Miss Jackson can make coffee. The curious Miss Jackson. In the 4 weeks since she's been here, young Miss Jackson has managed to complete 3 of our outstanding research quandaries on the Motherlode project. 3. Intramaterial communication, solved. Subcrustal navigation, child's play, an automated voice response system, why not? The child even designed an in-field repair system, modeled off my original Motherlode design, of course, but capable of connecting with a system without work interruption. The child is either a genius or a thief, simply bringing us what she happened to write down during her time at AMS. I can hardly tell if I need to beg Hornwright to fire her or put her up for a Nobel. But I must say, I'm intrigued by the curious Miss Jackson. And damn it all, her coffee is sublime. Direct oversight. It seems Mr. Hornwright has decided to involve himself more directly in the Motherlode project. For security purposes, he claims. It is his belief one of us tipped off the reporter who had the accident on the test site, and he wants to ensure that no such thing happens again. It's my belief that Daniel is looking for any distraction he can to avoid dealing with his loss. So I guess this means he'll simply distract himself by distracting all of us. Power struggles. And things had been going so well. Thanks in no small part to Miss Jackson's monumental efforts, Systems 000 and 001 have been prepped and ready to deploy, and we were staring down the barrel of upping our timetable by an entire quarter. We've now easily lost that, and thanks to Daniel's constant input. Inconsequential and incessant demands, almost always lobbed at Miss Jackson and the intelligence team to make things more user-friendly, to provide a system with more independence. The poor girl is being run ragged trying to keep up. I've been trying to step in as much as I can, just let the girl work, but the man will not relent. To make things worse, Daniel has begun requiring us to go through him to get requisition codes, making sure we can't make changes without his sanction. I did manage to sneak at least one of his notes without being excoriated for my unrequested interventions. It's the small victories. Repair beacon or requisition code 36984. For Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, if you're reading this, congratulations on your promotion to Project Lead. No one deserves it more than you. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Get out now. I do not believe Mr. Hornwright is well. His paranoia and insularity have only worsened over the past months. My firing is no surprise given his growing enmity towards anything but his Motherlode project. I can only plead that you quit before this man snaps. Your talent is wasted in a situation such as this. Alright. And we are suffering from dehydration. Do I have... dirty water. Lovely. And I'm always hesitant to drink Nuka-Cola Quantums just because I've always collected them ever since Fallout 3. Maybe we'll find something else before we have to drink anything else. But we do have the requisition code now to get a repair beacon. The Motherlode needs a repair beacon, and I believe we can get one out of these dispensers over here. But we can check on that here in just a second. Anything else to find in here? No. Okay. Let's hit this up. We gotta enter the code here. And I was hoping it would pop up to the side, but we gotta check the... Is it gonna be in the notes? Let's see if it's held up in here. Yes. 36984.
Requisition code accepted. Issuing repair beacon. Beacon deployment clearance granted.
There we are.
User, proceed. Down. Deploy. Beacon. Proceed. Elevator.
We can now make use of this elevator that was blocked by this laser grid. Down into the basement. Excellent, we got a weapons workshop here. Let's see if there's anything to find on the upper floor before we proceed down. Oh, we got more ore here. More dead scientists. Snubnose 44, we'll break that down at the weapons workbench over there. I keep trying to say terminal for some reason, I really don't know why. Black titanium ore, always nice to find that. Lead ore, another good find. We got docking station dispensers here. That's for just a moment from now. Uranium and gold ore. Oh, wonder glue. A 10mm submachine gun. A small safe. Motherlode department safe. We got some 44 rounds and a 44 and a gold-plated lighter. Some gold scrap on the counter. Excavator suits. Final sips. Classified. Mr. Hornwright, our efforts at shuttering Garahan Mining's excavator chute endeavor are nearly complete thanks to my team's interventions into the man versus machine competition. Our autominers are now the talk of the region while Garahan's stock price is in freefall. Now the final step. From everything my advisors tell me, the tech behind the excavator suits is solid. They say the mineral detection technology borders on revolutionary. There's an impressive amount of proprietary technology inside those walls. A hostile takeover of Garahan Mining is the savvy move right now. A fleet of automated, nigh indestructible autominers armed with the capacity to independently seek out mineral wealth? That's the future, Daniel. That's how we beat AMS at their own game. We just need to be bold enough to do it. I would suggest you move quickly on this. Your Motherlode project will still be there once we establish ourselves as the premier industrial concern east of the Rockies. You say the word, and I can have the board here within 24 hours to start talking strategy. I would also highly suggest you burn this document as soon as you've read it. Dutch Wharton, Senior Vice President, Corporate Engagement, Hornwright Industrial. And then we got more lead ore, and a steamer trunk. Well, industrial trunk, I guess, in this case. And then, let's see. We can break some stuff down, including those, that submachine gun, and the snub-nose pistols. Okay. I think that was just about everything. Okay. And, how do we get the auto miner up here? I'm trying to remember that now. Not with that. Not auto miner. Get the, Motherlode up here. Oh, weapons repair. Jeez, how do I keep forgetting that? Okay. Well, at least we have a functional shotgun again. And, there it is. Beacon launcher. Insert beacon. We'll step back.
Beacon launch detected. Distance 1,200 meters. 800 meters. 400 meters. Motherlode connection. Connection complete. Repair systems engaged. Motherlode status nominal. Repeat, status nominal. Initiating breach procedure. User, stand clear.
And there's the Motherlode.
User presence detected. Priority materials deposited in docking station. Motherlode 003 complete, user. Motherlode complete. Motherlode remembers.
And there it goes again. And we get to get Motherlode's gift from the docking station dispenser. Well, maybe once the quest tells us to. Let's see what it gave us. Black titanium ore, gold ore, lead ore, ultracite scrap, silver scrap, and things that it did not display. I really wish they would just like scroll through it slowly. Oh well. And it looks like we're about to die of dehydration again. But yeah, so that gives you a view of the inside of Hornwright Industrial, some of what was going on here at one of the biggest mining concerns, in fact probably the biggest mining concern in Appalachia when you consider the fact that they were the ones controlling the Rockhound. They had beaten Garahan in the man versus machine contest, and they were trying to actually end up competing with the automated mining services. So, that'll do it for this video. This has been the Irresolute Cartographer. If you have any questions or comments, leave them for me. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more video in this series I'm doing on Fallout 76, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification button if you want to get notifications when they become available. I just hope to see everybody again next time. Thanks.